Do you know what is going on at Nigeria? Wahara, Okpaju. Omo Nigeria. Omo. Kilode. The Muslims are out against Trump. They don't want to see Trump at Nigeria, saying no killing is going on at Nigeria. Nigerians, what are you doing against your own self? Dear na moya tia mo ankasa mo no. Abra Ezekiel or ayi na so no de ne din ne ayi ne honam se. Ogina amremu a osie nkrofo no. Enti na nya Nigeria na we esiye. Papa itia wotia mu a enne yesi wayira. Nya Nigeria ne wo. Mo babontin abekasa tia se matron mana oba no mo adwapade no mbefa na mo adwapade no minim ho mfaso. Africa, we don't vary what we have. So when you niamowa, come on, kunkum nkrofo man nkrofo free baby say omo na ebe pattern tokano. It's so sad. Young Conco head the Kosovo, Nigeria, CC.
Are those living comfortably among us, in fine clothes, smiling. All right, my people. We have a breaking news right now, and this one is coming straight from Kano State. The entire city is on fire with massive protests. Thousands of Muslims, Ariwa youths, and even northern elites have stormed the streets in anger, protesting against US President Donald Trump. And what we're about to reveal will shock you, because it's clear now that this issue has gone far beyond politics. It's turning into something much deeper. Now, according to multiple videos circulating online right now, the protests in Kano are huge. Streets packed, banners flying, people chanting in Hausa, and on almost every placard, you can see mocking images of Donald Trump, some even burning his posters publicly. One of the protest leaders speaking in Hausa said something that caught global attention. Let me translate it word for word. These bandits, these so-called terrorists, are our sons, our brothers, our fathers, and our uncles. We do not want anyone harmed or killed. We oppose US military intervention in Nigeria and reject President Trump's actions. That was the message being preached loudly through megaphones as the crowd chanted in agreement. In other words, these religious and community leaders are openly defending the same people the US government has labeled as terrorists. According to the reports, this massive protest was organized by Islamic groups across the north to counter Trump's recent remarks about persecution of Christians in Nigeria. Trump had earlier warned that if the Nigerian government fails to stop the killings of Christians, the US would take military action. And now, this protest is the direct response to that warning. The protesters carried placards that read, "We condemn Trump's threat to attack Nigeria. There is no Christian genocide in Nigeria. America wants to control our resources." You can already see the direction this is going. They've turned a humanitarian crisis into a political and religious standoff. Now, here's the twist. While the northern protesters are defending the bandits and opposing US interference, the Nigerian government is also backing their claims. Officials are saying that the so-called Christian genocide is false, that there's no religious war, and that Trump's comments are just a way for America to interfere in Nigeria's internal affairs. But my people, this is where Nigerians, especially Christians, are beginning to get angry. Because the question now is simple. If these bandits are killing innocent villagers, burning churches, and kidnapping school children, how can anyone call them our brothers and fathers? And this is why many are saying that Trump might be right. because this open defense of killers by religious leaders is exactly what exposes the deeper problem Nigeria refuses to face. Let's be real, these protesters didn't come out for justice. They came out to protect the very people causing chaos in the country. They're not angry that people are dying. They're angry that someone from outside dared to call it out. And that's why Christians across the South and Middle Belt are reacting sharply online tonight. One person wrote, greater than, these are exactly the kinds of things Donald Trump loves to see. And when he does, he strikes even harder. Another wrote, now I'm confused about who these terrorists really are, because none of these protesters look like bandits, yet they're doing exactly what terrorists would do if given the chance. And my people, that statement cuts deep, because maybe, just maybe, we've been looking in the wrong direction all this time. Maybe the real problem isn't the men hiding in the forests. Maybe the real problem are those living comfortably among us, in fine clothes, smiling on TV, pretending to be peaceful, but secretly protecting the killers behind closed doors. Because how do you explain this? Ordinary citizens defending terrorists, opposing justice, and protesting against help meant to stop bloodshed. It shows that the problem in Nigeria isn't just the violence, it's the mindset protecting it. And that's what makes this moment so dangerous. Because for the first time, the world can now see clearly that the war against terrorism in Nigeria is not just a military fight. It's a war of truth versus denial. So, my people, that's where things stand tonight. Kano State has exploded with anti-Trump protests. Northern leaders are defending the bandits, and America is watching closely. Because if Trump sees this, and you know him, he won't ignore it.
There is nothing Trump said or alleged that is not substantially true. The fact that the Nigerian government has ignored the reality of a genocide is not in doubt. The fact that the Nigerian government has been complicit in that genocide is equally beyond argument. These are things that most of us have been saying, including me, in books, in speeches. We've been saying this for over 10 years.
Enti asembusane se ekramofo na omo Kano no omo hunu se BBC ekoso. So are they trying to deny that there's no killing in Nigeria, nothing Nigeria? What type of people are you? Yeah, cry what Ghana has said who said near Masi ekoso. Now saying nipa domo a etu free ehwa omo pe baby afa no ye Nigeria na omo modi nyamsma katakatemoni na modi nsemoni Trump ba South Africa de epe no omo a be bomodin na ya mam bibi na mwako omo be chi sankrofo a omo se omo ye munua nti na omo ye sa ne ma no munhunu omo. Africa is sick. Ye yario. Ye yari ankasa. Edura bi asem bi on ma wodwiri ho a wonti ase. Hu na kasio. Trump na no free ni ba bi eba. Na obeje Christopher no. Mo si no de bibi ankoso. Ada na mama bontin ameti atua ankyere wo mo ane ekuma Christopher no. Where were you when this killing was going on? And even you have not stopped. Omu njayo, omu gusu kumu omu. Ade omu si ewo omu ayimu. So omu kunkumu unbelievers. We cost to Nigeria nye no. Nenye mosi o mase obe pata bibia na mo dwapade na dwapade no munim ho mfaso anka mun kunkum ho bankrofo bi infra bontin e maso me pata we should awake as a continent. Nigeria awake and stop this wickedness. afede ya ba bechi wo mo mosi wo mo yemu nua no ne papa no ne ade na nkrofo mo kum wo mo de wo mo mfra busua bi mo wona ya kunkum wo Nigeria wo mo mfra busua bi mo ya se oman mu nipa ne duru ba bia ne yakate ani na yekum wo mo na obenya de ewo mu de na obenya wo Trump nso de ono nya we na ewo su no open me bia ya obeba nso obeba sa nkrofu kruya no etimi ko Muslim country mo fakese na ye Muslim so na mo kum wo mo nso na no aba be political yi a omo nso ada ide na ha mo omo nso a omo sakatu ohun adwuma bi omo ye na dwen wo mu tiri mu anse bekum nipa adwen wo mu tiri mu an se ye treni wo mu firo mo nkola brem di tu ahye wo mu nsa se omo nyi nipa mfiri ho na Trump yetawachi wati we nkwa de yetawachi rabe be pe sankrofo no na yi wo mu firi ho because government no support to the air course na nka dey se government no support to the air course na ade enko anti ena nkrofo kakra bi ehye ba bi ada bi omukum nkrofo nkrofo bi free baby ena omde ne ma bi abenhyehye mutiri mu nyamso edi kum nipa nso ye nyamso ena nyame bia nso ni ono obeta sansem we achi omo twe nipa mere kra na omo tiam ede wo mo mpaye no tiyeta wachi because Nigeria nyamane a wo de o ya Ghana ni atrase na nka bi Nigeria nyamane pe hwe ba omo de hwe o metwem afri beni atwem Togo Ghana had no money here. Ye nkola brem enkrofo beji baby awo wo be kokura bi ase near from Malatafo akura bi ase akura ase Ghana for you two kwa Nigeria inkura kase no na Ghana for you mu aji wo mo ehu ohine no eno waka se me call Nigeria kura bi ase but omo de ombe ba ko baby ani so omo ko bia o enti yemfem paibo we this is a time yemfem paibo enter Christopher na chi mo Nigeria because we nyankopon pe bia ni pe bi na abo omo tiri mu se omo di se and oman bia nso a bambo ni mo no obi aya ni ope Nigeria bambo Nigeria gu bra mo yin se ntade green no na mo ntena Abuja ni Nigeria ai or say Lagos anti we are Muslim now ye pani ewo abemu na won se won crofo ye kum crofo abra omunye omuhwe de na e ka kire o on said the mechanic that's who are you telling me there is killing in northern Nigeria? Do you have any evidence? Do you have any evidence? Where are you? Kasana work can continue to wabre. And so ye beto abasesi no besa gina obewini. because Nigeria is carrying in a wabuano. Had ye akoso Cameroon, a free to bet Miss Amri, young quala brim, and yet is a poor cosu or wha bet men a day. What you know I want to ask ye? What you know I want to ask ye said ni pebi or hodoma or denyania, I view when it seems so the two communipa. No, don't so better than near come. Communipa near metrion so money aji. I mean, face ya meka the anchor. That Christo need be a baby or be a bumpire man Nigeria, Christopher and why? My money shanity. Bye bye.